Hit the ground, make them crystal clear. Go song na, I got no fear. Heartbeat racing louder than a gun. 이순간 난 already won. I'm invincible, nothing can break me. Limitless flow, don't try to chase me. Crash like a wave, wild and free. You move that way, I'm all you see. Invisible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Invisible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Duty I'm now.
We welcome you back to the city of San Juan for the continuation of our 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. Eliza Valdez and the Creamline Cool Smashers are looking to make it 3 straight wins in our tournament as they go up against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, who have had a stellar start, winning their first 2 matches and also going for 3 in a row. So we're ready for our final match of this Thursday triple header. We have the Creamline Cool Smashers going up against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, all live on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and of course on the Pilipinas Live app. Dip Bianco alongside Noreen Go and Kyla Kingsu for this match. Girls, tagal nung hinintay natin because of the 5 sets, so we had time for Noreen to teach us some dance moves na we can't wait to show our viewers in the future.
Dance moves, ask Kyla.
Oh, yeah,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, Dip, you learned it really quickly, so.
We're ready for the match first bago yung mga dance moves yan. Hampasan muna dito in our PVL Reinforced Conference. Let's take a look at the team standings for where these teams are at in Pool B. Noreen, medyo log jam ngayon in Pool B because of the results earlier. It's getting close and close on who will get the top 3 spots moving forward in our tournament.
Yeah, well, Dip, only 2 teams remain undefeated. You can see in Pool A, it's Farm Fresh, and in Pool B, it's ZUS. And you said there's a logjam. And it's important to mention why these teams want wins, because after the preliminary round, top 3 will face the bottom 3 of the other pool, in which only 8 teams will remain going to the quarterfinals. So you want to be in the top 3, you want to get more wins.
Of course, also when they cross over, they will be facing the bottom half of the teams in the next round. So that'll be an advantage kung sino yung top 3 in case they move to that round of top 3, as you mentioned. So balikan natin onte. Backtrack tayo sa laro from the on-tour tournament back in July 19. The ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles beating the Creamline Cool Smashers for the first time. And because of this, Noreen, they are confident coming into this game because they know that they can take on the defending champs of the Reinforced Conference.
Oh yeah, I mean, what a journey it has been for ZUS. They started out their campaign as a franchise with 2 conferences without any wins. But after the introduction to the draft, they've been on the up and up. And the biggest win you mentioned was against Creamline.
Yeah.
Not a lot of players and a lot of teams can boast of that you beat one of the dynasties in Creamline. But for Creamline, it is a learning process. You learn from your losses and, you know, you establish why you're still a dynasty.
Exactly. So for ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, they're coming into this game knowing that they already got that win under their belt. But for Creamline, of course, they want to continue on this momentum. But I know Kyla, coming from the on-tour itong ating Reinforced Conference, they're also able to travel. So the reinforcements of both teams are able to experience how crazy the fans are here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah, exactly, Lippy. I actually had such a fun time chatting with Coco Schwan about her experience in Ilagan because she told me she thought the crowd here in Manila was crazy, but when she got there, it was nothing compared to what she experienced here. It was on another level. And sabi nga niya, napaiyak siya when one fan went to her crying, just overwhelmed with emotions because she remembered herself being in the same situation, meeting her idols, her professional players that she looks up to, and she remembered that feeling. And she tells me that, you know, this is such a unique position she's in a new team, a new place, to meet people from all walks of life because she's doing what she loves. Well, on the other side of the court, I also also have to talk about the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles because they are coming in quite well rested. Their last game was still last Tuesday, and their reinforcement, Anna De Beer, told me that she's heard so much about the Creamline Cool Smashers, what it's like playing against them, especially directly from Joblin Gonzaga, who holds that game in Pasay City really close to her heart. As our Bionic Ilongga, she tells me that that was her first time to actually win against Creamline in her whole career, and so it's one that she'll never forget. And a lot of the veterans can actually share the same sentiment, like Eliza Eroa of ZUS, who, you know, we talked to earlier. So here's what she had to say about this historic win.
Sobrang memorable para sa akin kasi may mga fifth set na akong panalo. And this is the moment. Woo! Yes. Yan. Ang nangyari nun kasi, nagkaroon ng back spasm si Ate Jobs. First part ng game, lahat kami nakafocus kay Ate Jobs kasi may masakit sa kanya. So parang yung inano ni Ate Jobs na wag siyang intindihin. Gusto niya mag-focus kami sa game namin. Naalala ko nung pumasok si Kate nung time na yon na medyo crucial na or pa-end game na. Feeling ko na lang na, Kate, tapusin mo na. Total, ikaw naman yung nag-serve. And sobrang ganda din kasi ng pinakita ni Kate sa depensa nun. Kaya talagang gustong-gusto kong si Kate na lang tumapos nung game. Sobrang memorable kasi Creamline yung kalaban. Siyempre, hindi rin naman madali kalabanin yung Creamline. Parang nangyari na siya sa akin dati. Fifth set na, tas last one na kami. Kaso, hindi ko nakukuha yung panalong yun. Pero kakaiba nung time na yan kasi nag-last one kami tapos nanalo na kami. Nakakapanalo na ako ng fifth set. Winner! Winner! Winner!
That's what we're talking about, Noreen and Kyla. When you get that win against a top team, nag-iiba yung morale, yung attitude when you come into another game facing the same team.
It always takes just one win to change the fate of any team.
Right, but of course, we also have game changers that we will talk about that could change the complexion of this match. Let's talk about the reinforcements for both squads, for the Creamline Cool Smashers, Courtney or Coco Xuan, and for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, Anna De Beer. What a great matchup we're gonna have tonight here, Noreen.
Yeah, don't you just love the reinforced conference, the influx of foreign talent, you know, their work ethics, trying to constantly lift the level of our volleyball in our country. And yeah, you did mention Courtney Xuan, 67 points, come on, in 3 matches. But not only that, in efficiency, she's 52%, meaning for every 2 times she attempts, she scores 1. That's huge. And for Anna De Beer, she had a whopping 37-point debut, and then she followed that up with 18 points. So, you know, these reinforced players we're really gonna look forward to in the future games.
They're gonna make a difference for sure. But speaking of making a difference, maybe our fans can also make a difference out there in the Pilipinas Live app when they answer your question, Kyla.
That's right, Deb. We want to say thank you to everybody tuning in, especially those watching us on the Pilipinas Live app. Kaya naman, there's a live poll right below the stream where you guys can answer our question of the game. And today, we are asking the question, which team will convert more attacks? Will it be Creamline or our ZUS Thunderbelles? You can answer that on the Pilipinas Live app, or you can also join in our conversation online using our hashtag PVL2025. Now, it's been a long day, so let's get this going, guys.
Right, the fans are ready. We're ready here to cover the match between the Creamline Cool Smashers and the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, all here on Signal.
A pleasant evening to one and all. Welcome to the Playtime Philoil Arena in San Juan City and the reinforced conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. Our final match for you in today's triple header, match number 22, features our defending champions, our Creamline Cool Smashers, and their challengers, a team on a winning streak so far, our ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Officiating this match, we have our national referees. First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Alag. We request our drummers to please remain silent as we introduce our athletes. Pakiusap po sa ating mga nagtatambol. Kung pwede po, manahimik lamang muna habang pinakikilala natin ang ating mga atleta. Maraming salamat po. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our defending champions, our Creamline Cool Smashers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 1, Kyle Angela Negrito. Wearing jersey number 3, Michelle Gamit. At number 6, Janette Panaga. Wearing jersey number 18, Diana May Carlos. And at number 22, foreign guest player from Washington, USA, Courtney Rose Schwan. Starting libero is number 13, Denise Michelle Lazaro Revilla. And the head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses. Presenting our ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Team captain with jersey number 21, Cloan Mondoñedo. At number 8, Jovelyn Gonzaga. Wearing jersey number 15, Alexis Minor. Number 17, Fiola Ceballos. Number 18, from Louisville, USA, foreign guest player Anna De Beer. And number 19, Riza Nogales. Starting libero is number 16, Alyssa Eroa. And head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 22.
All right, let's take a look at the starters for the Creamline Cool Smashers. You have Mitch Gamit, Pangs Panaga. The two of them will take care at the middle. And then you have Tots Carlos as a starting opposite, along with Kyle Negrito as setter, Courtney Schwan and Alyssa Valdez round out the outside hitters, and their libero will be then Denise Lazaro Revilla. Meanwhile, for ZUS Coffee, you have Minor and Nogales for middle blockers, Jobs Gonzaga, Clo Mondoñedo, Fiola Ceballos will also make a start alongside Anna De Beer, their reinforcement, and Liza Eroa, their ever-reliable libero. We're all set for the match between ZUS Coffee and Creamline. Thank you for joining us on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Noreen Go and Kyla Kingsu will give us the reports later. Noreen, we mentioned it before the start of this match, how it's been an interesting past couple of games for these two teams when they met in the on-tour. ZUS Coffee beating Creamline for the first time, so they're eager to do the same here in the reinforced conference.
Well, they should come to this match a little bit more confident than normal. And then you did mention to me that Anna De Beers, a guest player to watch in this conference. So I'm actually excited to see what she can do together with Schwan from Creamline.
You're going to see her. She had 37 points in that win against Cherry Tigo back in October 11. That was their first game, first win for the Thunderbelles, and for Creamline, the all-around Coach Juan will also try to match up with her. And speaking of, Anna De Beer gets her second point already for ZUS Coffee.
Oh, we did mention in the pregame that she had a debut of 37 points. And it's like, my first game, 37 points. That's super impressive.
And then in the Invitational right after the on-tour tournament, Creamline getting back that win, beating ZUS Coffee in 3 sets. So that makes it all interesting for our matchup tonight. Meanwhile, Xuan scored earlier. Now Tots Carlos joins the scoring for Creamline.
Yeah, you have to give credit to that set of Negrito. The blockers were late to close.
De Beer gets another one for her third point. All points coming from the reinforcement of ZUS Coffee.
And she looks so comfortable. I mean, early on, she's just played 2 games with ZUS, but the way they conduct their combination plays, it's like she just fits right in with the squad.
Good first ball by Valdez. Negrito, that's a bit tight to Carlos. And that'll be another point for the Thunderbelles.
Yeah, they have to be careful with those sets, those tight sets, because you have AC Minor, you have Anna De Beer. I mean, that they're gonna close that down.
So 4 points now on 3 attacks and 1 block for the Thunderbell reinforcement. Meanwhile, Eliza Valdez gets her first point and puts the lead down to 1.
Yeah, I mean, for the fans of Eliza Valdez, you have to be happy with the way she's playing this conference. I mean, it looks like she's healthy.
Yeah.
Number one, I think that's the most important thing. Number one, she's healthy. And again, she's able to play the way she wants to.
And we also know that a lot will probably be asked of her as we see an attack from AC Minor because of the injury of Magalanza, who will not see action this reinforced conference at least. So the Phenom will see a lot of minutes in the third match. We'll also look forward to that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, you know, what a great addition to Creamline is Tots Carlos, hoping that she's 100% healthy because she's a multiple MVP for PVL.
Another block point for ZUS Coffee. That's something that we're probably going to get used to, seeing Tots back in action. This Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastosil. Selyado ang bubong, anumang panahon. 6-3, but that serve is out.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I was looking at AC Minor with that block. This is also one person coming off the draft for ZUS who has created an impact.
Yeah.
Right? Very young, but you see her improvement so quick with ZUS.
Attack for Ceballos. Doug. Torres in the game as the libero for Creamline. They go to Minor. And she heard you.
She did. Yeah, on cue. And her quickness really has been an advantage. AC Minor, look at that.
Ateneo Blue Eagles. Just this previous season in volleyball. Drafted as well this year in the PVL draft.
Chance.
Nogales, that's inside. And while we're talking about rookies, Riza Nogales, might be one of the steals of that draft. But before we talk more about that, let's go to this technical timeout. ZUS Coffee up by 4.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Welcome back to the PVL. You are watching our final match matchup for today. It's the Creamline Cool Smashers versus the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. You know, interestingly enough, we have two playmakers from different chapters of the game. One is trying to protect their legacy, while the other one is trying to build theirs. And they're both treating this match as kind of a checkpoint for how far their teams have come since Pasay City. Kyle Negrito admitted that she still remembers that 5-setter loss to ZUS vividly, but past is past. They're welcoming the challenge tonight and whatever lessons that will come with it. Mondonedio, on the other hand, echo that mindset in another way, saying that yes, they've beaten Creamline before, but now there are new pieces to the puzzle and they'll have to solve it in real time. Growth, legacy, and control all on the line early here. Let's see how set one unfolds, Zippenarine.
Thanks, Kyla, for that report. Well, that's also true because there are players that weren't there in their past two matches, so this may be a totally different story as well between ZUS Coffee and Creamline.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Kyla said past is past, but what is important is you learn from the past and you get all the positives and how you won, how are you going to react to the loss, etc.
It will all unfold in this match. Meanwhile, the Thunderbelles are now building on this lead. But the serve goes wide for Mondonedo.
Yeah, I mean, great start for ZUS Coffee, but for Creamline, you want them to set more to Coco Schwan. She has to get her numbers here.
Well, Nogales. So now we can pick up from that conversation earlier where Nogales is one of the steals of this year's draft because of what she's able to do for ZUS Coffee.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Tip, because going into the draft, there was a lot of talk about her health, her knee problem, and who's gonna deal with that. And thank you, ZUS. I mean, Nogales probably stacking her lucky stars that, you know, they took a risk on her and it's paying off.
And other teams, well, passed up on her. She landed in the third round, 25th pick overall for the Thunderbelles, where she has really flourished. And rightfully so. Another one for Nogales. 3 points now in the game.
Boy, and you know, after every game, you can see the confidence of a Nogales building and building, and she's a joy to watch.
What a one-hit set from Clo Mondonedo.
Yeah.
Negrito goes to Schwan, changing pace. Clo back sets to Gonzaga. Ball slowed down. Kyle looks at the options. Goes to Carlos. And the deflection from Minor changed the trajectory of that ball and leads to a Creamline point.
Yeah, Carlos was just playing it smart. Look at the way she was reading the defense, just tipping it over Gonzaga.
Yan ang hinayang si Stokes din, no? 'Cause she was there.
A little bit more hop,
Yeah.
just one hop.
Negrito goes to Valdez.
Good dig.
Ceballos with the pickup. De Beer goes up.
Oh!
And down it goes for Anna De Beer.
I see what you're saying. You're telling me about Anna De Beer. She's not the tallest of reinforcements,
Yeah.
but she can sky high.
Collegiate star in the US for Louisville. And she is making herself known in the PVL. AC Minor as well, now with 3 points.
You can see a stuffed block there, a monster block from AC Minor.
And a timeout called by the Cool Smashers.
Nagdepensa ka, magugulo talaga tayo dyan. Ha? Pumattern kayo, hindi yung lahat ng ginagawa ng kalaban pumupuntos. Ha? Nababasa natin, talon tayo ng konti. Okay, 1 point. Let's go, let's go. Let's go! Hey, all in, Creamline! Happy!
Timeout called by Coach Sherwin Meneses as we take a look at Vintage Baldo. Nabanggit natin yan, Nari, that she'll see a lot of minutes and we'll probably see a lot of points from her. Those are numbers against Galleries Tower.
Yeah, and in any reinforced conference, you expect the output of the locals to kind of dip a bit, kind of dip a bit because a lot of sets to the foreign players.
Yeah.
But 10 is a great compliment to Coco Schwan.
Yeah. That time around, it was the middle blocker, Pangs Panaga, getting the point. Now serving. Oh, but that is long for Panaga. So back to a 5-point advantage for ZUS Coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with Creamline that you have to give tougher serves because ZUS Coffee's first pass is on point. So they're able to, they're able to run the middles. We've seen a lot from Nogales and AC Minor.
Hey, you look at that back row. You have Gonzaga. You have Eroa to defend. Meanwhile, Valdez will score another one for Creamline.
Just after you mentioned vintage Eliza Valdez, that's a vintage hit from Creamline.
I don't even want to say vintage because she never left.
She never left.
She's always been there for Creamline. Meanwhile, Michelle Gumabao is now in the game for the Cool Smashers.
And Rhea D. Mac Villarete.
De Beer from the back.
Come on.
Solid hit from the reinforcement.
She just makes it look so easy. Really, her form, her approach, her swing.
Yun yung literally pwede mo sabihin nagkape sa ere
Yeah.
dahil sa team niya.
Yeah.
That hang time for ZUS Coffee. The reinforcement. Meanwhile, Mitch Gamit scores one for Creamline.
Yeah, they do have to try to go to the middles. Very Creamline. They're passing not bad, but not great. But this time, good pass, able to go to Mitch Gamit.
And what's good about Creamline is that they're able to distribute the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of players have already scored for the Cool Smashers. It's a good sign. Villarete. They force a net violation from ZUS Coffee. So that's back-to-back points for Creamline.
Yeah, I think it was Fiola Ceballos clipping the net on her way for that block. But I like the substitution by Coach Sherwin. You're bringing in experience because
Yeah.
you're down. Villarete, or for those who knew her more as Di Maculangan.
Yep.
And
MG.
yeah, and MG, Michelle Gumabao.
So quick response from Coach Sherwin, adjusting. Chance here once again for Creamline. Gumabao gets the point. Instant impact.
Yeah, and here come Creamline. In any conference, even if they're down, you can never count them out. They're the team that
Yeah.
has come back from 24 to let's say 18. They can come back and actually win that
And
set.
you only have to look at the number of times they ended up in the podium, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times they've been there. We're so used to them being part of the top three. Meanwhile, Anna De Beer brings us to the second technical timeout.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back here in San Juan for the matchup between ZUS Coffee and Creamline. Liza Eroa.
Yeah, I mean, she was, before, during the pregame, she had an interview and saying her experience. And you love her addition, really, to ZUS because she's one of the really premier liberos of the PVL.
Matapang, no? Sabi
Yeah.
nga ng ating writers, bold brew. Sabi ng ating producers.
Bold brew, hindi cold brew.
Another bold player has been Riza Nogales, who has 4 points.
Nogales has found a home there in the starting unit of ZUS.
He's there coming from Clo Mondoñedo. Better first ball for Creamline. A soft touch. There was enough time, but ZUS Coffee unable to save it.
Yeah, just the right tip. Look at that. It's like she tempted Nogales with that drop. Come on, reach for it.
That time was the first time Creamline was able to stop an attack of Anna De Beer. Prior to that, she was actually 6 out of 6 in her attempts.
She is human. Maybe a superhuman, but there is human.
So Creamline able to get a touch. I think that was Pangs also earlier, and then getting the point on that attack.
Yes. That's a good sign for Creamline. Now, Pangs Managa getting active for the Cool Smashers.
3-point game. Ceballos, Sue, miss-hit. Tried to go for an angle, but a bit too wide.
Yeah. A lot of drops also on the side of ZUS. You want to maintain the attacking. You want to put pressure on the defense of Creamline because this is a great first set.
And all of a sudden, that 5-point lead is down to 2, 3 straight. Nogales ends that cold spell.
Be quick, great connection there with Mondoñedo. Look at that, the blockers. Again, very tentative in closing that out.
Schwan targeting the far corner, but that one was out.
Yeah, that bump set was too far for Coco Schwan. So great response, you know, after the lead is cut to 2. 2 straight points for ZUS.
MG on the off speed. Gonzaga gets to it, although Eroa was also ready to pick it up. MG again, down it goes for Michelle Gumabao.
Classic Michelle Gumabao, really when you need the point, whether or not she starts or when she comes off the bench, see what she does.
Kyle Negrito, one of the better servers in our tournament, will be the one to send it in for Creamline. Let's see if they're able to get some points here.
Yeah, and a full front row.
Perfect first ball for De Beer. And then goes for the attack.
Good dig.
Nice dig by Lazaro Revilla. Chance given to ZUS Coffee. Mondoñedo goes to Nogales. Ball still alive. We play on. De Beer again. Denied. No entry, says Pangs Panaga.
Well, that should build their confidence. You know, the Cool Smashers finally, they put a stop.
That was actually Tots Carlos.
Tots Carlos and Panaga. It looked like it was in the middle. A well-timed block.
Tag team.
Tag team. No seams.
Ooh! Regalo para kay Pangs Panaga. Tamang-tama, sabi niya, naman.
Merry Christmas!
Lead down to a single point. Timeout for ZUS Coffee. Speaking of, earlier, Gemma Galanza not suited up for this conference. Bea De Leon also recovering from an injury, but they're always here to support their team wherever they go. Even when they traveled over the weekend in Ilagan.
Yeah. But their fans miss them for sure.
Now we're hoping that they have a good recovery road for recovery so that we can see them back in action. Meanwhile, Anna De Beer now has 8 points for ZUS Coffee.
Yeah. I mean, they needed that because clearly Creamline was on a roll here.
Schwan. There is a checkpoint awarded to Creamline, but ZUS Coffee.
They were about to challenge, and then AC Minor said, yes, 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 I gotta hand it that.
I think there's some confusion. AC.
No, Coach Jerry wasn't sure if he was going to challenge or
Okay.
not.
Pero sabi ni AC, no need.
No need. Guilty as charged.
20-21. De Beer.
Oh!
Strong hit coming from Anna De Beer.
I mean, she will get stopped. She will get blocked, but look at that. Just so quick on the rise that the blockers were on their way up. The ball has already passed.
Bit of breathing room here for ZUS Coffee with a 2-point advantage. Can they add to that? Klo wants to go back to the hot hand. Sent back. De Beer once more. Chance now for Creamline. Blocked. Carlos again. Won't be denied this time, but that was out.
Well, they think that it clipped the line.
Or at least asking for a touch.
They will challenge, I think. I feel, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, net fault.
Mali tayo pareho. But let's see.
Well, all important for Creamline.
Yeah, they might have seen something there. Net moving because of a player from ZUS Coffee. We will find out. Again, both these teams are going for a third straight win in our tournament. The only difference is ZUS Coffee still undefeated. Creamline dropping their first game at the start of the reinforced conference, but obviously some momentum there. No net fault, unsuccessful challenge. And Creamline calls for a timeout.
Loose ball muna. First attack lang yun, ha? First attack lang. Okay, tatlo lang yan. 1 point, 1 point. Get 1 point.
Go! Hey, all in, Creamline!
Timeout called by the Cool Smashers as they trail by 3 points. Big reason as to why is because of that lady, Anna De Beer, who has 9 points, all in set number 1.
And her counterpart, Coco Sean, actually clearly missing from the equation of Creamline.
Yeah. So far only has 2 points, but let's see here what they do. Pinuntahan si Carlos. Gonzaga was ready. De Beer again. Natatimingan siya ni Panaga in her attacks.
You know, Pangs Panaga is an excellent blocker. She knows how to stay in the air, and if you give it short, when you try to tip it short, she's going to put that down. That's one thing Anna De Beer will learn. When it is against Panaga, you have to, at least try to avoid those hands.
That's the multiple time best middle blocker in the PVL. So she knows what she's doing. Meanwhile, Rose Vargas now in the game for Creamline to serve. Whoa! And gets an ace! What a time for Rose Vargas to come in and deliver an ace.
Rose Vargas is a perfect example of a role player who does it really well. I mean, coming off the bench and serving that way. We've seen that in so many matches.
How about back-to-back aces for Rose Vargas? I thought you were gonna change her name to Roll Vargas because of how great
Yep.
she is as a role player. And she ties the game up at 23.
Pasok ka na kita, paunahan mo pasok. Kasi uunahan kita pag hindi kita makita, umuuna ka. Relax lang, relax lang.
Okay, one good pass lang ha. Let's go. Oh, let's go, bawi na.
Like, be ready for them to yo-yo us. So it's cool if it's dropping or if it's going deep.
Medyo short yung service ka na lang.
Ready na yan, makailang.
Sige, one stop tayo, ikot.
Hey, I'm gonna go back.
Hey, one, two, three.
ZUS Coffee talking about one thing only, which was the serve of Rose Vargas.
Yeah. And how they're going to position themselves to be able to ensure a better pass. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know,
Yeah.
at times like these coaches will say, taas nyo lang. But what a comeback
Yeah.
from Creamline.
Vargas rose to the occasion,
Yes.
and all of a sudden, deadlock at 23. Creamline has not led in this set, by the way. ZUS, they've been up by as many as 5, and Anna De Beer wants to keep it that way.
And that's the reply from Anna De Beer. You made 2 aces. Here, I'm gonna target you.
10 points for the reinforcement of ZUS Coffee, and more importantly, they are at set point.
And stops a 2-point run. What a serve.
Good ball from Coco Xuan. Better dig from Eroa. How about Lazaro Revilla doing the same? Carlos off the block. It goes to the antenna, and another point for Creamline.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to build the confidence of Carlos. We always say that because we've seen the way she played pre-injury.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying she's not yet 100%. I think it's more of really her psyche.
Yeah.
She's here. Bit of doubts, get over that.
I wonder if we're gonna see something similar to the game earlier between
It's
Petrogas and Akari.
it's you, Dip.
At least in set number 1, kasi nag-extend siya
Yeah,
kanina,
yeah.
diba? 29 to 27. Minor!
Come on! That was a really textbook play from ZUS. A perfect pass from Anna De Beer, and look at this.
ZUS Coffee back at set point. Micah Go will come to replace AC Minor at the service line. That's what she's able to do.
Oh,
Out of
that's too
Bogos
strong.
City, Cebu. Oh, still cold.
She
Off
wants,
the bench.
yeah, she wants to learn a thing or two from Rose Vargas. Those 2 ace
Yeah.
serves.
Vargas came in and said, I don't need to warm up.
Been there, done that.
Liza Valdez serving for Creamline. Last second give up to Eroa. Pagkakataon para sa Creamline. Xuan. That's close to the net. Give me that, says Mitch Gamit. And Creamline gets their first lead of the game.
She may be not as loud as the previous matches, Coco Xuan, but this is an important setup for Mitch Gamit.
And this is where we can say it doesn't matter if you've never led the entire set, as long as you get it in the end.
Yeah, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's an aggressive hit. Finished off with a big block. What a comeback for Creamline here in set number 1.
You and I were talking about Creamline being the team who always makes a comeback, or at least often, and they just showed us that.
This point is brought to you by Myra B. Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. The Smashers will take set number 1, 27-25. Okay, we're back here in San Juan for the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. And ZUS Coffee are probably wondering what struck them at the end of that set one. It's not their lightning, but Creamline threw something at them at the end of the first set. And then eventually getting that 27-25.
Yeah, you love the way ZUS played the entire set. But again, we did mention and we constantly say it, you have to learn to close. I mean, you're playing against a team, although not at their best in terms of health. You see Bea De Leon, Gemma Galanza sitting on the bench, but you can never count them out. They've got so much experience and heart, and they've shown it throughout the conferences. Let's look at some numbers. Attacks just by one, but Creamline was ahead, blocking that. The last series of rallies really went the way of Creamline. It's a pretty close set. You know, the numbers show that. But I think it's really, towards the end, made the right. Coach Sherwin brought in Rosemary Vargas, 2 aces. I mean, great block. I mean, Creamline just knew what to do when they're pinned to the ropes.
Right, as you mentioned also earlier, Creamline is that team that can do exactly what they did earlier.
Yeah.
Anna De Beer had 10 points, but overshadowed by that set 1 win of Creamline, because in the end, despite not getting the lead for probably 99% of that first set, nakuha pa rin nila yung panalo. Tots Carlos leads the way for the Cool Smashers. And actually, there are 3 of them with 4 points. Carlos, Gumabaw, and Panaga with 4 markers for Creamline.
Yeah, we did say clearly missing is Coco Sean. So if you're Creamline and Negrito, you want to give her touches. You want to get her going.
So far, 3 points for Coco Xuan. We're ready for set number 2 here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Noreen Go and Kyla Kingsu covering this last match of the Thursday triple header. Nogales gets us going.
You know, I was looking at the sets of Mondoñedo to De Beer. She's more comfortable when it's a bit closer to the net. The last few rallies towards the end of that first set was kind of far. So you need to adjust your rallies, your sets.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Coco Xuan had 26 points in their opening game against Akari, had 27 against Petrogas in that win. So she is capable of scoring in bunches as well.
That's why, you really have to try to find a way to get her going.
Yeah, so imagine, they got set 1 without her really scoring much. Paano
exactly.
Pag nakakuha ng marami from the back. De Beer. Long rally we have here. And Xuan won't get to it. A point for the Thunderbelles.
That's how much respect Creamline has for De Beer. You know, she went for that approach, and she looked like she's going for a strong spike, that off speed, and it kind of confused the defense of the Cool Smashers.
That one is out for Carlos. No touch.
Yeah, the follow through was too flat. We saw that. It went wide. It went long.
Valdez flies in. Lazaro de Villa gives it back to the Phenom. That is out. And Creamline was going for a challenge, and then again, what happened earlier, ZUS Coffee admitting to it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Creamline was already celebrating. They were certain there was a touch.
Mondoñedo goes to De Beer, using her offhand, kept alive by Creamline. Klo goes middle. Minor off the block, and that catches the line.
Well, Mondoñedo is saying that she saw that it was out, So they're going to challenge that call.
So it's their turn to call for a challenge.
But really, you know, when we talk about ZUS, you're happy with the improvement of this team, you know, throughout the conferences.
Yeah.
That was good.
So close. But part of it touching the line, so it's in for Creamline. But you're talking about the improvement of ZUS Coffee, and you know, when they started out here in the PVL, couldn't get wins, but now have made themselves contenders in the PVL.
And you know, with that victory over Creamline in the on tour, they already sent a message that they're a team not to be taken lightly.
Eliza Valdez now leading all scorers for Creamline with 5.
We did mention this is a great conference for the Phenom. And for her fans, you just hope she stays healthy.
Yep. We all want her to be healthy.
Yeah.
That's a 1-point lead now for Creamline earlier. Sa dulo pa sila lumamang.
Oh, what a dig.
Having a better start here. But Gamit sends that wide.
That set was pretty low. Gamit tried to keep that ball in play.
For all here in set number 2. Valdez. Sent back by AC Minor.
Yeah, I mean, that drop was really short.
Yeah.
It happened to the best of them. It happened to Anna De Beer earlier.
And also, you have to credit the blockers, right? For their timing.
Tots Carlos just playing it smart, you know, didn't wait for a setup, just read the defense. That's probably the easiest point she's gonna get today.
And Tots will now serve.
Great serve.
De Beer. Torres got a touch in it. But nobody home for the second ball.
I was looking at Schwan. I mean, she wanted to go for it, but she saw Tots Carlos and she was probably egging Tots on. Look at this. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Good pass.
Steady save coming from Eroa. De Beer from behind. Lazaro de Villa with a save. Schwan couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, out of system set there to the pipe, and Schwan could not convert, but you have to give credit to the liberos working hard today.
That one is long for Anna De Beer.
It's a close second set.
Close in a slower pace at that.
Yeah. Oh.
Just wouldn't go over for Valdez. Which brings us to the first technical timeout. ZUS Coffee up by 2.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
You're back watching the PVL Reinforced Conference. We're in the middle of set 2 of this Creamline Cool Smashers and ZUS Coffee matchup. And you know what? It truly is a very small volleyball world, because I just discovered earlier that our reinforcements, Coco Schwan and Anna we are actually very familiar with one another's game. They've played against each other in the States. The last one just being last May 2025, where Coco's team beat Anna's in a final series. And you know what? I love their instant smirks when I asked them to describe one another. Coco shared Anna is a high-caliber all-around player, while Anna emphasized Coco's exceptional volleyball IQ, sharing that she's got tons of tricks up her sleeve. So let's see if we'll be seeing more of their little rivalry here at Dippenerine.
Thanks, Kyla, for that information. So, meron palang history rin yung dalawa, not just here in the PVL, but they've also played against each other in the US.
Yeah, they know each other's effect, but the thing is, it is the reinforcements trying to gel with their particular squad. So it's not that easy to watch their rivalry.
Yeah. Mondoñedo getting the point for ZUS Coffee. And they only have good things to say about each other, too.
Yeah.
There's that admiration and respect. Meanwhile, Creamline calls for time as they trail by 4.
Kaya dapat advantage tayo dyan kasi import na sa likod.
Yes.
Import si Coco. Painitin mo muna ng konti. Let's go, 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 go!
Hey, all in, Creamline! Timeout called by the Cool Smashers. We've seen this earlier where they were trailing, and it was in fact at 5 points in set number 1. So Coach Sherwin knows a thing or two about making adjustments.
Yeah.
And Creamline also capable, very capable of coming back here. So ZUS Coffee has to be careful as well.
Yeah, and what was clear in that huddle, really, Coach Sherwin saying that you have import, I mean, the reinforcement, we heard it. You need to get her going, meaning telling Negrito, I appreciate you distributing the ball, but you have to get her going.
At sinunod naman niya.
Yes.
Going to Coco Xuan, converting on that point, who now has 5 points.
Because, because the importance of giving her, getting her in the game is it will kind of tease the defense to focus on her. And that's when you distribute, it's going to be fairly an easier.
That's why earlier we said when they got the set 1 win, it was just the 3 points of Coco Xuan. So imagine what it could be.
Yeah.
With her activated. ZUS Coffee doing that to Anna De Beer. Ceballos getting her second point.
Yeah, good second set here for ZUS Coffee. They've established a 5-point lead.
Back to their biggest lead of the game, but service error for Mondoñedo.
And you can see Jobs Gonzaga really saying, calm down, settle down.
Ceballos with a push. Xuan.
Oh, what a dig.
Trying to go cross court, but Eroa was right there. And again, out of nowhere. Valdez with a pickup. Underhand set by Negrito to Xuan. Eroa just impenetrable at the back.
Oh, wow. When you go up against Jove Gonzaga, you know she has that angle, but the way she positions her body, she kind of hides that. But we all know that's her strength.
Yeah, that is her angle. Gusto na niya padaliin yung buhay ni Eroa, no? She had so many saves. That time around, Xuan will get it on the first try.
Yeah, finally, one of the more solid touches of Coco Xuan. And much needed. Again, that also takes the defense, the focus on the defense away from the local players.
Gonzaga tried to build her confidence. Back-to-back points.
Yeah, ZUS Coffee doing a great job actually in protecting this lead thus far.
Chance here for ZUS Coffee. De Beer. Valdez was there to pick it up. And Schwan scores from behind.
Well, as the doctor ordered, meaning Dr. Sherwin Meneses, right? Go to Schwan, and now she is heating up.
They deserve a treat for following the orders.
Trust the coach.
10-14. De Beer swings and scores.
Well, great set by Chloe Modoniedo. That was a one-on-one, and chances are, look at this. Chances are, if you give Anna De Beer a one-on-one opportunity, she's gonna punish that.
At one point, she was 6 out of 6 in her attacks before she was stopped, but still high efficiency rate. Eliza Valdez with another one.
Now slowly chipping into this lead.
That's a good pump set as well from Lazaro Revilla. Subs coming in for Creamline. They are back. D-Mac,
Villarete,
and Michelle Gumabaw. De Beer cross court. It's inside as we go to the second technical timeout. ZUS Coffee up by 5.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Back here in San Juan for our 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. Our third match of this Thursday triple header. ZUS Coffee protecting a 5-point lead. They know what happened in the first set.
could stop there.
Minor again checked. But someone touched the net.
I think it was alive. Yeah, there. The right hand kind of glided to the net.
Back set to MG. It drops.
But you will remember in the first set, this double substitution was the start of their comeback. They're hoping for the same effect.
(12 serving 17 here in set 2. Mondoniedo goes to Minor. That was a good fake. Eventually went to the right on the slide.
We saw a lot of that in the first set. Not much here in the second set, but what a time for Mondoniedo to change things up.
Look at that.
Yeah, same. We saw that clear pass.
Chance for ZUS Coffee. Klo to the middle. At the cleanest of hits from Nogales.
Goes up for another, but they instead go to Ceballos. Dug by Lazaro Revilla, and then turned into a point by Coco Xuan.
Coach Sherwin knows what he's saying. And his instruction was clear, go to Coco Xuan.
And she only had 3 points in set 1. Already she has 8. So 5 of those coming here in set number 2. Ella De Jesus is in the game to serve for Creamline.
Yeah, they need a comeback here.
Oh, but comes up short.
Well, obviously, Ella De Jesus is also in for defensive purposes.
Back set to MG. ZUS Coffee does the same. Gonzaga. Good effort from Lazaro Revilla. A solid block.
I mean, that was a wall by two of probably the best blockers in the country. Michelle Gumabao and Pangs Panaga, but it was Pangs Panaga.
Saradong sarado.
And the technique, you saw, the ball just returned to sender.
We are only open until 8 p.m. sabi.
Ano oras na ba?
Yan. Tinignan ko muna. Mag-a-adjust yan depende on the time. Negrito back on the floor. Kyle to Xuan.
What a time for Coco Xuan to get going here.
This is exactly the time they switched it up in the first set. Turned things on and came back.
But I think the lead here in the second set's a bit bigger than the first.
By 1, yeah. It was at 6 earlier. Now down to 4. Nogales straight to Torres, who couldn't control.
Boy, these are really great decisions by Mondoñedo going to the middles.
Yeah.
And the middles at the time, they are delivering.
And because she's had that confidence already in the first set, it's continuing here in the second for Nogales. 7 points now for the middle blocker. Oy, nagawan na paraan.
You know, I know Tots Carlos is still young, but that's vintage Tots Carlos. Very smart. You know, she really thrives on reading the defense of the opponents.
We were robbed of that for a year.
Oh, yeah.
Because she had to get stronger to be back here in the PVL court. We're happy to see her. Anna De Beer.
Did you say stronger or strongest?
Well, she has as many points as Creamline in this set. So what you're seeing as the Creamline score, yun na yung points ni De Beer in the match.
And we're going at least 4 sets.
Yeah.
At least. Well, it depends.
It depends.
It depends. Seems like it.
Valdez shut down. Xuan will be the one to toss. Ceballos able to get a touch point pa. Oh, but great effort for ZUS Coffee. Just unable to send it over.
A for effort.
That was coming from the set of Xuan to Valdez.
What a chase. It's not enough. But you really appreciate the effort.
Down by 4 points.
And look who's up to serve.
Against a team that are 4 points away from taking set number 2. But again, Vargas. Tactical substitution here. Had 2 aces earlier. Muntik nang dagdagan. De Beer. Xuan with a nice save. Here comes Valdez. There's a touch. Play on. I'm not sure if Creamline was bothered
by Jovelyn Gonzaga. I mean, sorry, miscue.
Because I was looking at her.
I know. That's why I kind of get it. But sorry, miscue, because the referee let it go.
Yeah.
But they committed that error.
5 ulit ang lamang ng ZUS Coffee. Trying to add to that here. Minor attacks. Put up by Negrito. Valdez. Picked up by De Beer. Targets the corner and keeps it inside.
Pays to be good, pays to be lucky. That was a miss hit, but it's still slipped the line for Anna De Beer.
Yeah.
Too good.
Flipping her fingertips, yeah. And too good too. Timeout, Creamline.
Iwan na muna si Tots dito. First attack. Counter mo gamitin. Usap. Ha? Get 1 point lang tayo. Yun lang. 1 point. Get 1 point. Then 1 stop.
Yes.
Right.
Go! All in! Creamline!
This tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Selyado.
Blocking 101 from Max Panaga.
6-point lead for the Thunderbelles. A timeout called by the Cool Smashers. Let's see what they do to survive set number 2. Valdez recalibrates, but this time ZUS Coffee building their own wall.
AC Minor known for her blocking prowess.
And that puts ZUS Coffee at set point. So this is 7 set points for the Thunderbelles. As a short serve, chance to end it here. And De Beer does the job.
Well, they needed only one chance, and they grabbed it.
This point is brought to you by Myra B Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Anna De Beer gets set number 2 for the Thunderbelles. We are tied 1 set apiece. We'll be back with the third set right after these. All right, back here for the third set in a few minutes between Creamline Cool Smashers and the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. ZUS Coffee this time making sure that their lead won't go away, getting a relatively comfortable set 2 win over Creamline.
Yeah, what they did correctly for me is they learned from the first set. Like you mentioned, they didn't allow that to happen in the second set. They started out strong. Yes, a little challenge here and there from Creamline, but then they knew how to respond to that. They were in control over that set. Anna De Beer, AC Minor, really just solid for ZUS. If you look at some numbers, attacks, ZUS ahead 15-12. The blocking is even, but look at the errors of Creamline Cool Smashers. 8 as compared to 2. 2 for ZUS, that's close to flawless, right?
Yeah.
But we have to mention what they cannot see. In terms of digs, ZUS had 14 digs as compared to 6. So their defense working for them, converting it to 15 attacks in that second set. And it was relatively an easier time, 25-17, and plus they were able to sustain that lead.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Errors alone helped, the limitation of errors helped ZUS Coffee a lot in that set. And also, again, as we mentioned, inalagaan na yung lamang,
Yeah.
no? They learned from that first set. And speaking of players who have helped them out protect that lead, Anna De Beer, after scoring 10 points in set 1, scored 8 in set 2 for a total of 18. And then Coco Xuan, we saw her involvement.
On the rise.
Yeah, involvement in set number 2 has 9 points. So we are about to begin set 3 here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Thank you for joining us tonight. Dip Dipianco and Noreen Go covering this along with Kyla Kingsu at the sidelines, who will give us more updates later. Former #1 overall pick is now in the game for ZUS Coffee, Thea Gagate. Xuan gets us going.
Yeah, a bit of changes on both teams. I think the ring will start in this third set. And you did mention Thea Gagate, but that is what Coach Sherwin has been talking about. Get Xuan involved early on, and let's see how the offense will flow.
Both games, Gagate has come off the bench for Coach Jerry Yee. They give the ball to De Beer.
As reported by Kingsu, the Xuan De Beer rivalry
Yeah.
goes back to they're playing in the States.
Covered by Lazaro Revilla. Xuan. Good timing. Still playable. Carlos with a wind-up. Oh, bounces off her head. Play on.
Yeah, whatever works.
That is legal. Long rally alert. Carlos. Check, but covered by Lazaro Revilla.
Whoa!
And Xuan caught flat-footed. Wasn't able to move to get to that ball.
Yeah, I mean, there was pretty much a campfire there. The ball landed in between about 3 players, possibly 4.
We have Sean Alter, the mom of Anna De Beer as well, right beside him, and I think the dad of AC Minor, all in attendance to support the Thunderbelles. Coco Xuan makes up for that.
Yeah, that's a good sign, you know? If Coco Xuan can try to control the offense of Creamline and then let the others follow suit.
Magkahawaan, no?
Yeah.
Let's see. Outside for De Beer.
Rare error by Anna De Beer. Good serve.
Off the block this time as we get this report from Kyla Kingsu.
Dip and Reen. I was very interested with Coach Jerry's conversation earlier as he told me that he credits a lot of the growth of this young team to their management, not only allowing them but encouraging them to join the Invitational Conference even if it was very last minute. Because as Coach said, the hardest part for a young team isn't just learning the system, it's learning how to be consistent and start believing that you belong. And that belief actually shows now in Anna De Beer's calm and how Liza Aroa keeps their floor steady no matter who's across the net. As Liza told me before the game, when it's Creamline, hindi lang lakas ang pinaghahandaan mo, pati pasensya. And Anna De Beer, for her part, said what's helped most is the calm from the back, that when she looks behind her and sees Liza composed, it keeps her grounded as well. And indeed, ZUS tonight is proving it's not just about maturing, it's about mastering composure under pressure, Dipanarin.
Thanks, Kyla, for that report. Well, when chances like that come about, like for example, yung nangyari sa ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, an opening to join the Invitational Conference, you take it, right? And then that's what they did. They made sure to join that tournament, get more learnings to be a more experienced team in the PVL.
Yeah. And right, I mean, learning is constant.
Yeah.
So you need that.
And they went up against top teams, a guest team as well from Japan.
Yeah, that's why we love really the introduction of the draft. I mean, that really spreads out the wealth, the talent of the collegiate players. Or even those who probably are not in college but want to join the draft.
Right. Ones who've played overseas as well. Anna De Beer, cross court.
You know, I'm looking at the defense of AC Minor, the way she anticipates the angle, that she's reading the opponents, how they spike. She's able to get a hand at, you know, that ball. Great defense.
Already has 3 blocks in this game.
Well, you're talking about the solid blocks. What about just the stops?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If there's any flaw in Anna De Beer's game right now, it's probably the service that had committed 3 errors. Other than that, she's been
great.
Yeah.
Good pass.
Inside for AC Minor. Maybe it won't be long before she gets that award.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she's just a rookie. And see how far she's come.
Gumabaw. Oh, somebody touched the net.
Yeah, they call it on Fiola Ceballos. But you know, that's one player also that ZUS is looking to get active, to get aggressive. Thea Gagate, she started the second set, but hasn't been really mentioned by you and me.
Yeah. Schwan on the wind-up. Eroa puts it up, and De Beer puts it away.
Puts it up and puts it down.
And ZUS Coffee sends us to the first technical timeout.
Bitin na kaya sa games? Watch all the replays at PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back here in San Juan for the match between Creamline and ZUS Coffee. And Coco Schwan, safe to say, she has found her mark here.
Yeah, there were blockers, but look at that. She goes down the line. Flips that end line.
Gagate. That's, I think, the first look. The first attack attempt for Thea Gagate, and was a solid hit straight to Sheena Turing.
That just merited a smile from Sheena Turing. You got me.
They've also had their battles in college in the UAAP. Now going up against each other in the pros. Coco Schwan continues to score, now with 13 points.
I'm sure that's why Rhea de Maculangan Villarete is there, you know. Coach Sherwin probably said, this is what you have to do, blah, 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 blah. And
unfortunately, Gumabao couldn't get that in. Back to a 2-point lead for ZUS Coffee here in set number 3.
yeah, in a full front row right now for ZUS. They want to take advantage of that.
Villarete to the running Panaga. De Beer couldn't keep that ball in play.
Yeah, there was a great connection between Villarete and Panaga. That's like perfect set. You know, the way Panaga went up in the air.
Minor. Extension there by Gumabao to save it, and Valdez gets the point.
Again, the experience of Villarete. Look at that. The blockers were late. The way she disguises herself.
Not a lot of options there for De Beer, as she had a teammate in front of her. Eliza Valdez gets another one off the block.
Yeah, look, don't look now. Creamline with a 1-point lead. And this run is brought to you by Rhea de Maculangan Villarete.
1-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Eroa runs after it. De Beer dug by Torres. Here comes Valdez.
Good save.
Kept in play. Another chance for the Thunderbelles. Anna.
Whoa!
Torres again with a save.
Oh!
Play on. Block.
Good cover.
Nilipat sa kabila. Gonzaga.
Oh!
Oh, that rally had to end because of a net fault.
Not the way we wanted that to end, but it was a great rally. One of the best so far in this match.
Yeah. Turned into an anticlimactic point.
Yeah, yes.
It was a good rally nonetheless. Oh, Panaga. Sinimplehan lang.
Just finding that hole in the defense of ZUS.
I don't think I've seen a middle blocker go for a bit of an off-speed.
Actually, didn't have the perfect approach and timing.
Yeah, tsaka medyo malayo siya sa net. So, situation called for it. But glad to know Panaga has that in her bag of tricks.
She is a veteran.
De Beer. Giving it back to Pangs.
And we are tied. I wouldn't be surprised if Villarete goes to Turing to try to give her some confidence.
You're right when you said so, but doesn't get a point there. That one returned to sender.
Boy, what was that? Mondoñedo? She's holding her own in terms of net defense.
This Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastoseal, Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Only a 1-point lead though for ZUS Coffee. This has been probably the closest set we've had.
And Dip, you did mention, you know, the problem of the beer is that serve.
6 deadlocks in set number 3. To go along with 4 lead changes, by the way. De Beer from behind. Torres has been playing well.
Oh, good dig.
So is Eroa. Villarete, who will she go to? Valdez. Liza gets a touch. To the middle. Boy pa. Pump set. Gumabaw. And that was well anticipated by ZUS Coffee blockers.
You know, that set was too near the net. But what great defense. Look at Eliza Eroa.
But Creamline calls for a challenge here, asking for a net fall.
Well, that hit was actually so strong. Could have been the ball hitting that tape of the net. I want to see actually this in slow-mo, so perfect, because I want to see if that was AC minor.
Couldn't tell with that angle, but
No net fault,
Yeah.
yeah. Looked a bit more like Viola Ceballos. Anyway,
unsuccessful challenge. They lose one here in the 3rd set. Play continues. No whistle yet. So it will be a redo at the service line for AC Minor.
practice lang.
Gumabaw, that is out. Was there a touch? Yeah, no touch. Well, with that, that's a 2-point lead for ZUS Coffee.
Yeah, great response after Creamline actually grabbed the lead, but immediately they come back.
It's a good serve from AC Minor. As she gets an ace to give ZUS Coffee their biggest lead here in set number 3 and the 2nd technical timeout.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back here in San Juan for our matchup between Creamline and ZUS Coffee. What has been the closest set so far out of the 3. ZUS Coffee threatening to pull away. Now up by 3. Anna De Beer
Wow.
adds to that. Surprised that it was in, but they'll take it.
I think they'll challenge this.
Yeah, because even Anna, her reaction was like, oh.
But whatever happens, whatever the result of that challenge is, I love the way Jovelyn Gonzaga owned that
Yeah.
and said, I'm gonna set this.
So a challenge for a ball in, ball out for Creamline. Remember, Before the technical timeout, they already had one unsuccessful challenge.
Yeah.
So this could be crucial for them. Oh, ang nipis. So close, just
Yeah.
like the block earlier.
I think this is even closer. Or the same lang.
Yeah. So they lose both of their challenges.
But that was so close. I mean, that was worth a challenge.
Yep. Abante ng apat ang ZUS Coffee. Kumabaw takes an extra step. Villarete back to MG.
Wow. You see the way she adjusted after she was stopped the first time. She found a way to avoid the block of Thea Gagate. Look at that.
Which is not easy to do, by
Not
the way.
easy at all.
You have that tall of a player in front of you. Ceballos. Ball slowed down. Turing was a bit too eager to get that point for Creamline and turn it to an error.
Yeah. Toying too much with the net there. Zeus knew that they got lucky there because Turing could have put that down.
Shini Arroyo is in the game for ZUS Coffee. Had a quick stint earlier in the second set. They are asking for a check. A block touch challenge for the Thunderbelles.
Looked high, and I was looking at the reaction of Michelle Gumabao. She said she was actually surprised that they're going to challenge that.
Yeah. Earlier, it was Creamline asking for those block touch challenges, which Zeus would admit to. So I'm sure Creamline would return the favor. And
Yeah. Probably.
So maybe there isn't any block touch, but we'll have to find out based on the replay. Yeah. There is no block touch.
You don't see that often. Coach Jerry with a smile.
It was more of a natawa because nang hinayang dun sa
Sa challenge. Against his better judgment.
All right, play continues. Schwan, Arroyo with the pickup. Gumabaw again off the block. Eroa couldn't keep it up. And here come the Cool Smashers.
Yep. The lead is down to 2. You know, it's really patience. I like that that report earlier that they said you prepare not only lakas,
Yeah.
patience.
Patience.
If you play against Creamline, but it's Creamline who's actually playing patient volleyball. Oh, good dig.
Schwan had to extend. Gonzaga kept alive, but it was Villarete who got the first ball. Arroyo attempts. Valdez
Oh,
slides and saves, but someone touched the net from Creamline.
yeah. And all eyes on that person who touched the net as the camera focus on number 6.
Yeah. Our production team always knows who the suspects are.
It's like wala kang lusot
Oh.
eh. The camera's really focused on Pangs Panaga.
(19-16). Villarete tosses to Schwan. Ceballos was right there for the pickup. Tebir swings and scores.
Yeah, got hands there. A block touch.
She's saying, I don't think Noreena's seen me play, so why not score 26 points?
Maybe 37.
Timeout for Creamline.
Pinalo niya na ng straight. Ha? Pinanagalan ng straight, eh, pabor na sa atin. Kidros, hindi pabor. May straight, hindi pabor. So ano?
Yeah.
Ha? Go, go, 1 point.
NAJ and Creamline!
Creamline down by 4 points. After winning the first set in comeback fashion, they dropped set number 2. The more convincing lead for ZUS Coffee, and right now, the Thunderbelles are up by 4.
And this is probably the strongest rotation of ZUS Coffee. You have Thea Gagate, Jove Gonzaga, and Anna De Beer.
Oh, that's a point for Creamline. Twice now that Panaga has had to alter her shot.
And they will take it, much needed to try to trim this lead. Also clearly missing from Creamline is Atienza, Kylie Atienza.
It also needs some quick thinking, no, yung mga ganyang ginagawa ni Pangs to be able to change your spike midair and place the ball. Schwan changing speed and fools the defense of ZUS Coffee.
And more importantly, cuts the lead down to 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players fooled by that.
Yeah. Perfect placement.
Only down by 2. Mondoniedo goes to the beer. That's high enough for Negrito. Torres with the underhand set. Tots opted to give up a free ball. Back with ZUS Coffee. Gonzaga.
Good dig.
Steady save from Schwan. Here she goes for the attack. The save by Ceballos and Eroa. Anna De Beer with a wind-up. And both Negrito and Schwan away from the ball.
I mean, you have to feel for Eliza Valdez. She was there, just a bit of shank. You know, it's about technique. What a reach, though.
So after those back-to-back goals, ZUS Coffee are able to score one. And they bring in Maikago back to serve. De Beer!
Oh, she was blocked, I think, in the first set by this duo of Panaga and Carlos, but not this time.
And Creamline calls for time.
Eh, 1 point lang. Okay lang ngayon.
Hey!
Punta sa kabila. Max, laban, Max. Lamang sa block. Malayo pa yan, no? Apat pa yan, no? Let's go.
Hey, let's go, all in Creamline!
So after Creamline scored back-to-back points, ZUS Coffee replying with their own 2 points.
Well, they have been showing us maturity in this conference and in this match, learning from the first set loss.
Schwan has been finding the hole on the defense of ZUS Coffee.
Well, we all know every time he gets up in the air, full stretch there, ZUS will kind of freeze for a moment. And yeah, take advantage of that.
But Anna De Beer. I mean, how else do you describe her here?
The beer.
Have no fear, Anna De Beer
Yeah,
is here for ZUS Coffee with 29 big points
already.
already and counting. And another block from AC Minor, who has 11. 5 of those coming from rejections.
Yeah, AC Minor, the way she reads her opponents. Sometimes when she was in college, you don't really appreciate it. But right now, you're seeing how talented she is.
Chuan able to reach that. ZUS Coffee, by the way, already at set point. It could end here. But Creamline refuses to give up. Ceballos has been doing well at the back to keep the ball alive. Lazaro Revilla, it ended up with Pangs. Carlos with that fireball for Creamline.
What an angle by Tots Carlos. Twisting in midair for that and targeting Eroa.
De Beer sliding, trying to save that ball. Creamline able to save 1 set point. They need 4 more.
And we always say if there's a team that can come back, it is Creamline.
But they go to De Beer for her 30th point of the match. And the set 3 win for the Thunderbelles. This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. You already knew where that ball was going.
And I'm predicting more than 37.
Yeah. We'll find out when we come back after the break. Back here in San Juan for your 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. And we know it's the Reinforced Conference because reinforcements like Anna De Beer always come out to play, Noreen.
Yeah, and they come out big when needed. That's what I told you during the pregame. That's why you love the Reinforced Conference so much because it really adds spice when you watch these foreign guest players. Anna De Beer, come on. You did mention she has already 30 humongous points here in 3 sets. And I'm predicting, and I think for obvious reasons, 37.
More than
She will
37.
eclipse
Ooh.
37. Okay, let's look at some numbers. Actually, Creamline had more attacks, but AC Minor, I said that. I love the way she mans the net with 3 blocks. I'm not saying that's all hers, but I'm saying the way she defends is really spectacular. Again, Creamline known for more errors. More errors again in that set. They need to address that coming to the 4th set because Creamline wants to force a 5th set for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But ZUS, what you love if you're a ZUS fan is they may have lost the 1st set in a come from behind from Creamline, but they learned from that.
Yeah.
2nd and 3rd, they were able to keep Creamline at bay.
Yeah, but as you always say, we can't count out the defending champs. They are defending champs of this Reinforced Conference for a reason.
Yeah.
Chuan
yeah.
has 15 points. So we'll see what they'll be able to do here in set number 4 to try and extend it to a 5th and final. That duo of Liza Eroa on defense and De Beer on offense has been effective para kay Coach Jerry Yee. Set number 4 will begin here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Doringo. Kyla Kingsu covering this match. Like I said, will we have that similar fate as the game before us, which has allowed us to practice our dance moves because of the time that we waited for this match.
Oh, good stop.
We have a long rally to begin this one.
Good save.
Xuan. Mondoñedo. Who will she go to? Ceballos.
Oh.
Sarado. That's the first point, and it comes off a block for Creamline.
Well, you knew Pangs Panaga and Tots Carlos were waiting for that set to the wings.
That was a monster block.
Monster block.
Monster.
Monster block.
Hangover pa rin no? After almost a month since the World Championship.
Yeah.
Panaga getting a touch. Ceballos. Kyle goes to Xuan.
Oh, good save.
Kept alive by ZUS Coffee. Gagate with a read. Nilipat kay Tots.
Oh, that is probably the best hit from Tots Carlos today.
And presence of mind for Negrito to change it up, go to the opposite. Tots Carlos doing the rest.
How many times have we seen that in the past conferences?
2-0 in set 4. But Gonzaga puts a point on their board.
Well, you know, in previous conferences, we see Coach Jerry kind of toy with his starting unit. Sometimes Gonzaga's there, sometimes not. But I like the way, or his decision for putting Gonzaga there. A bit of veteran smarts and experience.
Actually, Jovelyn Gonzaga did not play in their last encounter during the Invitational Conference. So yun yung sinasabi sa atin ni Kyla na different cast of players in this third or fourth encounter of the year.
Yeah, on cue, as we were talking about her, that's what they're saying, the veteran smarts, playing patient, just dropping it. Parang she's a calming factor.
Yeah. Valdez. Nice find.
Yeah, for Creamline. Unfamiliar, they find themselves in unfamiliar territory because in all sets, they were the one chasing. So, want to protect their lead here.
10 points now for Eliza Valdez. De Beer. Picked up by Eliza. Xuan from the back. Eroa. Just saving those balls for ZUS Coffee. But Carlos gaining momentum here in the fourth set.
With so much grace, that ball was just perfectly placed behind the blockers.
You have to credit Eroa those. Able to give ZUS Coffee some chances.
Always, actually.
The Creamline also being tested on how to vary their attacks.
Good serve.
Drop doesn't work. Kyle tosses to Valdez. A redo. Back to Eliza. And to the other Eliza.
Oh.
Net touch.
That's gotta hurt for Panaga. I mean, she is a middle blocker. Middle blockers not really known for their floor defense. She had a perfect dig, and then your teammate goes into the net.
Yeah.
Mitch Gamit. What can you do?
3-5. 2-point advantage. Make that 3. for Creamline.
So far, they're doing a good job in protecting this lead.
As we discussed earlier, vintage or usual.
Usual, normal contribution.
The beer hasn't scored in this set for ZUS Coffee.
Well, the sets that go to her, actually the tough ones, is far from the net.
They go back to Valdez. Changing it up. Boy pa. De Beer.
Like that.
Yeah. Couldn't connect. Schwan has a good look at it. Ceballos
Good save.
with a hop and a save. Still playable. Kyle with a 1-2. Not yet. De Beer, it's wide. And you feel her
You feel her frustration.
your eagerness to want to get that point in this set, but couldn't connect.
Yeah. No, but you're right. Because they haven't been really going there. When they do, again, it's so far.
Yeah.
And she's not comfortable in that full swing, full hit.
And what can she learn from Creamline? That word you said earlier that they have?
I'm forgetting. What?
Patience.
Patience. I was going to say
I was-
tenacious.
Yeah. I got impatient, so I had to say. And speaking of,
I think it's no time for ZUS to slack off in terms of giving the set to Anna De Beer.
but now she will have to work from the back and commits a service error that brings the lead of Creamline up to 4, heading into the first technical timeout.
Great, their discipline, the kind that equips them to keep their heads held high in games like this that test their limits. Across the net, ZUS Coffee has made it very clear they're here to test that standard, and they've actually got the tools to do it. They snatched the third set right out of the Cool Smashers' hands. Let's see if Eliza, Coco, and the rest of the vets can avoid deja vu here, Depanarine.
Thanks, Kyla. And you could feel that, ZUS Coffee, they've earned the respect from Creamline. Because coming from, again, their first 2 conferences, trying to find their footing in the league as Anna De Beer scores her 32nd point. Creamline now knows that ZUS Coffee is capable of playing these big games.
That's the beauty of actually making the right changes, right? Everyone, like you added Gonzaga to the fold, even Troncoso, remember, and then your draftees.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a constant improvement.
Give me that, says Mitch Gamit. Lead back up to 3 for the Cool Smashers. Sumobra yun for Gonzaga, and Gamit takes advantage.
That was a smart hit. Really nobody in zone 1 for ZUS. Good read. Anna De Beer playing dodgeball there. Oh.
Free ball. And Thea Gagate gets that one.
Yeah, but you have to credit half that point to Clomon Doniedo with a great serve and the overpass from Creamline. It's just a 1-point game.
It drops for Coco Schwan.
You have to realize if Coco Schwan can get through probably your best blocker in Thea Gagate and Jovelyn Gonzaga, you want to give the sets to her.
16 points now for Creamline's reinforcement. Gagate. Valdez with a pickup high enough for ZUS Coffee to save. And Ceballos able to find a way.
Giving one back to Tots Carlos. Taking a page out of her book with that placement. Hit the forearm.
Down by only one. Panaga says, let's bring it back to 2.
Great connection, that be quick. They add to this.
11-9. De Beer, it's out.
Then you see, De Beer respects the net defense of Panaga and Tots Carlos,
Yeah.
trying to avoid that and then the error.
Spanx Panaga already has 3 blocks in the match. Valdez, covered by Coco. Carlos, couldn't get it. De Beer. Nilipat kay Gonzaga. It's long. No touch. And another point for Creamline. They're now up by 4, but
They're gonna challenge that, but Eliza Valdez already admitted.
that's what you're saying, di ba?
For sure, Eliza. Eliza is not a liar. She's lying,
Thank you.
but she's
Thank you.
not a liar.
Thank you for stating that. We knew that though.
Her name may be Lie, but it's not. She's not a liar.
Tagal mo nang
You like
hinihintay
that, ha?
ibunot.
You like that?
Bunutin yun sa joke book mo, ah.
Oh, 1-point game.
I mean, Kyla mentioned the word classic, and this could turn out to be another classic
Yeah.
in case Creamline is able to extend. But Valdez coming up short. And timeout called by the Cool Smashers as we are tied at 12.
Ha? Eh, ang serve mataas. Front, back. Then, relax na, relax.
Yes, sir.
Tsaka tayo mag-play.
Yes.
Either those or rest. Okay, 1 point. Get 1 point.
Go, 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 go!
Eh, yung rotation niya, makasabay tayo. Malaking bagay sa atin.
Okay.
Hey, all in, Creamline!
Timeout called by Creamline. This is our first deadlock here in set number 4. ZUS Coffee, they have not tasted the lead here in the 4th set. A while ago, Creamline was ahead by as many as 4.
Yeah, but also helped by errors here and there from Creamline.
It has now disappeared, which is why they called for a break. But now a chance for ZUS Coffee to overtake. One more time for De Beer. Lazaro Revilla knew where that ball was going. Schwan from the back.
That's a great set. A lot of action at the net, then you set it to the pipe. That's a great one.
look at her extension with her length, able to have a good attempt there.
And that stops the run.
Yeah. Balik ang lamang sa Creamline, 13-12. Kept alive. Good touch by Gamit on the second. Gonzaga. Xuan again. Going all around here. Both offense and defense. Jobs.
That's just a smart set by Mondoñedo to Gonzaga. Everyone was eyeing the beer. Another tied game.
Second deadlock here.
Whoa.
Chance for the Thunderbelles, and Anna De Beer takes advantage. 33 points now to her name.
Boy, that was a set that she's comfortable with, and normally if she gets a good set, her chances are pretty good.
How about a stuffed block? Met upstairs.
Stat one.
She has done everything on the attacking department.
Good ball. De Beer and Miner. Miner's been playing solid today. What's that? Her first block.
Second block
Second
for
block.
Anna De Beer.
Okay.
Valdez. Eliza, the truth, Valdez.
That was a great set. That was a set that we've seen throughout the decade. Decade na, no?
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Ancient.
Pero
What?
the moves and the jokes are still...
Oh, yeah. If I hang around you guys more. Well, here come that double sub. Ah!
What do you say? More than 37?
Not yet.
She has 35.
See, not yet.
And the second technical timeout. ZUS Coffee up by 2.
Bitin na kaya sa games? Watch all the replays at PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back here in San Juan for the matchup between the Creamline Cool Smashers and the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, who are now up by 2 points after trailing by as many as 4. Nabanggit natin yan kanina. They're looking to end it in 4 sets before Creamline is able to get their second wind and extend this one to a 5th and final.
Yeah, they need some stops. Down 2.
Ceballos, Xuan, steady hands, Valdez. The drop doesn't work. Oh, collision between Eroa, who might have gotten hurt. But the play was halted.
Well, you don't see that often.
Yeah.
That they stop it because of a collision. But they look like they're okay, which is good.
Oh, that left hand of Mondoñedo straight to the face of Eroa, who was...
I'm gonna hire her to be a stunt double.
Because she was smiling.
Pero the slow-mo.
Parang Matrix. Eh.
yeah.
Pwede ring actress dahil may contact pero nakangiti.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Eliza Valdez with 13 points to cut the lead down to 1.
And she wasn't smiling, all business. Boy, she has been delivering for Creamline here in the fourth set. I like that substitution. I mean, Coach Jerry tried in the third set because when Anna De Beers in the back, they need more firepower, and Ceballos has been checked.
Yeah.
So they want something new.
Tingnan natin how this will work for them. But right now, Creamline have tied this game up.
Yeah.
16 all.
Well, how many times have we said never count Creamline out of any situation?
We never do.
We never do.
Regalo. Chance for Creamline. Villarete. Back set to MG with a blockbuster. And the lead now swings to Creamline.
Again, that's why Villarete's there.
What a time for that point. 3 straight after the second technical timeout, and ZUS Coffee calls for
Let's go, anak!
Five tayo, five natin. Ang bigyan nun eh.
Okay, let's go. Just one. Let's go.
Okay, yung five, di ba?
timeout called by the Thunderbelles. Let's see what they come up with after that coffee break.
Yeah. Well, Creamline, you have to take advantage of this front row. Whoa! That was huge. Huge block from Gamit.
Against her former team at that.
Yes. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of points, but that was huge.
Good serve. Arroyo tries. It drops for Chini Arroyo, her first point.
Yeah. You know, that could be the start. Something for Chini Arroyo. Not a lot of minutes today. Close fourth set. Will we go through the same fate?
It is lurking.
Oh,
Free ball. Can Creamline take advantage? They go to Coco Schwan.
well, they do take advantage.
And I'm trying my hardest not to say it, but I have to. Nice Schwan.
First time to use that.
Second time na eh.
Second time.
Isip pa ako ng iba.
Sige.
Gamit ko na ng first game nila eh. Chini is met at the net. De Beer. Villarete able to get to it. MG will try. Mondoniedo with a gutsy 1-2.
I think that was just the second time, if not the first. Well, he did go to that a lot today, so that element of surprise is there.
Schwan, it is out.
That was long, yeah, that was clear.
We got a tied ball game. 19 apiece, but Creamline will call for a challenge. I don't think any team has made a challenge here in the fourth set. Or
It's the first,
ZUS
no?
Coffee was supposed to, and then
Eliza Valdez.
Eliza Valdez. So, We will find out if this will be a successful challenge or unsuccessful challenge. Did it hit Gagate? No.
It's just really the timing, no? It just the right time that she was on her way down.
And what are the chances? Because she's so tall,
Yeah.
so lengthy.
So it was really out.
Yeah. So officially our score is 19 all. Villarete. MG. It drops for Michelle Gumabaw.
It doesn't matter if Thea Gagata was from a different era. She's unfazed.
Yeah.
Michelle Gumabaw, really. Because she's from LaSalle also.
Always helping out Creamline when they need her the most.
Yeah.
But right now, the starters are back on the floor. Kyle Negrito, along with Tots Carlos. Thea Gagate goes through the blockers.
And gets 1 point right back. Well, don't look now. I think the beer's in front. Yep.
35 points. Ceballos serving at a crucial time, 20 all.
Oh! And I like to say thank you, Net, for Field and Ceballos.
Yep.
You see the flight of the ball. It dropped right on the net. It was dipping.
You can't do anything with that.
Yeah.
Coco.
Oh, what a dig.
Ceballos got an ace and then that nice dig. That's kept alive. Playable. De Beer.
Oh!
Cross-court hit.
Well, ZUS was actually complaining that that pancake dig was not a good one. But then they still stayed with that play.
Oh, sobrang ganda niya, no? Yan, sobra si Coco. Magre-react naman si Tots kung sobra. Okay, go, get 1 point. Let's go, let's go. Let's go!
All in, Creamline!
Timeout called by the Cool Smashers as they trail by 2. Let's see what they will come up with here. Carlos. That's the way to respond if you're Creamline.
You pose that question. What will they come up with? The multiple-time MVP gets that touch. Look at that.
Back after a year.
Whoa!
Great dig coming from Aliyah Torres. A redo here for ZUS Coffee. De Beer gets it.
Yeah, it's not a time to actually spread the wealth if you're Montoñedo. You go to Ana De Beer.
Yeah.
It's winning time for ZUS.
Nothing wrong with that. She has 37 points tied with her output in their first game against the Cheritigo EV Crossovers. But I'm sure what they want is a win here. AC Minor says, give me that.
Overpass. And you did say it's the Burr months close to Christmas.
You have to thank as well Micah go for that serve. Creamline will try to break momentum and ask for a challenge in a net fault.
Yeah, it's actually pretty much a timeout. It looked clean, like the net didn't even move.
Yeah.
But never know.
But 3 match points, if ever, will be huge here for ZUS Coffee. Yeah, very far from the net was AC Minor. So our official score is still 24-21. ZUS Coffee is at match point, on the verge of winning another one against the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Add to their bucket list, beat Creamline twice.
Let's see about that. Not yet, says Tots Carlos.
Well, if we go back to the argument that Creamline is a team that can come back, then ZUS, you have to realize this is the time to close it out. You have the beer in front, you have mine in front, 2 players who are playing extremely well in this match.
Yeah.
You like your chances.
But hey, look who's in. Rose Vargas.
We've seen magic.
2 aces in the first set. Can she do it again? Better reception this time. And Minor gets the final point. And the win for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. They stay undefeated in our 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. 3rd straight victory and their 2nd win against Creamline this year.
Yeah, and we did mention in the pregame, not a lot of players can say that, not a lot of teams can say that, but ZUS looking good this conference.
Take a look at that. This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. AC Minor seals the deal. Anna De Beer loving that one for sure.
And you also appreciate Chloe Mondoniedo today. You know, that last set really is testament to how well she knows her teammates and the decision-making really today.
Well, Creamline, after bouncing back from their first game loss, they won 2 straight and now go down against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles in our Pool B.
Is my prediction correct? No.
Hindi. Kulang ng dalawa eh. Kinulang lang. As we check out this Babad Player of the Game brought to you by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family only with Devant. And she is now with our very own Kyla Kingsu at the court.
Here with me is Anna De Beer of the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Congratulations to you and your team. You scored 37 points, 35 attacks, and 2 blocks. Anna, you were just unstoppable out there. I wanted to ask, I know coming into this game, you were very excited, especially going up against Coco Chuan after a few months. How did the Creamline girls really challenge your team today? And what were the key adjustments that you believe really made a difference?
I think all around it was a team effort. I think our team has been working on some things, and obviously they are a great team, and I think it was very hard, and it was a full-on team effort all around.
Now this is actually ZUS Coffee's 2nd official win over Creamline in all of the team's history, and congratulations on allowing them to get to that feat. I wanted to ask, what were the biggest takeaways from this game that you believe will allow the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles to really pull through in the next ones?
Yeah, I think we did a really good job from the service line, and I think our blocking and defense is what really helped us, and then we were allowed to spread out our offense, and I think Chloe did a really good job of that, and being balanced is really huge, so I think that allowed us to have different people step up in different moments, and that's ultimately how you're going to win.
Exactly. Now, Anna, you have tons of fans. Go ahead and greet them, your friends and family watching.
Hi, everybody, friends and family, everyone who's here watching. ZUS support system, thank you guys for watching. It's been so fun, and I can't wait for the next one.
There you have it, Anna De Beer, our player of the game for today. Dip and Noreen, let's wrap this up.
Thanks, Kyla. And what a game, what a performance for Anna De Beer. All smiles, and we know exactly why. 3rd straight win, still undefeated in our reinforced conference and taking down Creamline for the 2nd time in PVL history.
You know, I think really during the reinforced conference, challenge of an organization is to find the right reinforcement.
Yeah.
But it seems like Coach Jerry, Sir Frank, and everyone in ZUS chose the right one.
Yeah.
Anna De Beer just fit perfectly. And 3 straight wins.
Sabi nga niya, perfect ZUS support system. As we check out our games on Saturday, we will transfer to the United Center in Montalban, Rizal, between the Next Led Chameleons and the Signal Super Spikers at 4 p.m., followed by the PLDT high-speed hitters who will try to get back on the winning track against the Farm Fresh Foxies at 6:30 p.m. That does it for all of our matches tonight. Thank you for joining us on our Thursday triple header as the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles win this one over the Creamline Cool Smashers. On behalf of our director Al Neri, our courtside reporter Kyla Kingsu, my partner Noringo, my name is Dip Dipiaco saying thank you for watching your 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. This is the heart of volleyball.